Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Claiborne. I was talking with my friend today and realized I hadn't shown my little update yet on Shaggy's old shop. So I want to do that today. So we had moved. Shaggy had outgrown, my husband outgrew this tool shed, and I kind of inherited it for storage. Well, in the storage, I have appliances that were stashed everywhere, and I couldn't use them unless I specifically wanted to, and then I have to dig it out, set it up, find a spot, blah, blah, blah. Now I have a space for everything, so I'm kind of happy about it, so I want to show it off. So you remember I used all of this under space down here for storage, like that's decorative stuff. And I kept the little refrigerator out here, but I know where everything is. We can even cut hair out here now. That's my hair cutting implements under there. So I gave Shaggy a haircut out here the other day. So I'm just going to kind of start from left to right. Well, first let me show, I found a home for my lamps. Remember, I didn't want these lamps to get broken. They're my little Italian lamps that I found at a Savers, and I saved them and later just fell in love with these two lamps, and I don't want anything bad to happen to them. So they're out here now. So there's one in that corner and there's one in that corner, and they sit on those little vintage 7-Up boxes that bottles of 7-Up used to come in. And then now we go from left to right. I'll pan over here and show you. So my bread maker, I can make bread out here again. I'm so excited to have my bread maker set up. Oh my goodness, we've been enjoying homemade bread. Even on days I have to go to work, I can come out here. I've gotten pretty good at throwing the ingredients together and setting up a nice loaf of bread. And then that way at lunchtime, Shaggy could come out here and fetch a nice homemade loaf of bread. I have loved having that there. All the ingredients are here for making bread: the water, the oil, like my measuring cups, and like I said, I kept the little refrigerator, so I have a spot in there for bread flour and yeast and sugar and dried milk and all the things that I use. And then Shaggy had his own Instant Pot on his truck before, so he had a mini, and then I had the full-size Instant Pot. We still both love using the Instant Pot, but I really had nowhere to keep them. So if I wanted to make a big pot of soup, I'd have to drag one or the other out from storage. And now they both have a place to sit. And I'm so super excited about that. So yes, we've been eating lots and lots of yummy soups and stews out of the Instant Pot. Actually, I have a roast right now that I'm going to put on today. And then my chef man was over at Shaggy's camper, but it was taking up a huge area on his small countertop. And so my chef man got moved out here. So, and I've been enjoying my caramel lattes again. So your water reservoir is back there. And then I keep the coffee for it in that refrigerator, and then I'm able to keep all my implements up here, and I love it. Another thing I want to mention is I found some things that I had been looking for, like my colorful measuring cups and my colorful taco holders. And then Shaggy had his own set of measuring spoons, and then I have my old measuring spoons. Everything's out here. I have one good stainless steel set of cooking implements, and so those are out here along with the hot pad for getting the bread out of the oven. You always got to have a pair of kitchen shears. Recipes for the bread, recipes from his suggested by his health advisor for his condition. So we always keep those recipes in mind, and just some fun stuff. So yeah, so I have my my Ninja, my Nutri Ninja. I love making like my own shakes and whatnot. And you can, like, there's recipe books over here for the Nutri Ninja. So like you can make chocolate chip cookies and dough and like there's a whole cookbook for that. So, and then our own Instant Pot cookbook that we made. All the cookbooks are out here. And a juicer. just because. A blender, because I do love my fancy frou-frou non-alcoholic drinks in the summertime, and a frother. And then just some vintage things and whatnots. Yeah, I love it. It's just a place where everything came together. And so this almost has like a basement feel to it because it's kind of dark and small in here. But there is one window. Reason why you're seeing so much light right now is because I have the door wide open. And then panning over to here, some of you may remember when I made this bar and it had just gotten stuff set on it and cluttered. And now it's been able to be put back to the bar. Shaggy is actually entertained out here. So yes, he has some fancy beer down there in his little fridge too. And yeah, he was able to sit out here and entertain. So we keep the dominoes and Uno cards are tucked in back there. And the checkers backgammon set is over here. So yeah, you can sit out here and actually and the radio, so you can have music, Bluetooth music. And of course Elvis is out here and his little bar signs and whatnot. I am looking for a really nice backgammon set though. This is just a cheapy plastic one from the store, but I would love to get a really nice, I don't know how many of you might play backgammon, but I love that game. Shaggy loves that game. We used to play it so much when we first got together. Other couples and us, we get together and we would play backgammon for hours. It's just a fun game. I love the sound, kind of like when you play pool and the sound of the balls clicking together and the felt on the table and all of the stuff involved. It's the same way with backgammon when you have a nice set. It's just kind of clicky sounding, and I'm a very sensory aware person. Also, my dehydrator is under there and my mixer is under there. So yeah, so I was able to put all of this stuff together in one spot. And then of course I have the fluorescent lights. So when I do come out here to cook, it's just nice. It's nice. It's got an overhead light already. And then this light back here turns everything on when I hit that switch and turns on my lamps. And I love it. So yeah, so I realized I didn't share that with y'all. And I just wanted to let you know it's going to be set up out here for the winter because we have a heater, a nice heater. We do have to bring the cats in. We bring two of our, we have 4 cats. We have 2 males, 2 females. So the 2 female cats come down here at night and they are on duty. They don't just get to hang out for nothing. They are in charge of mouse patrol. And they have little nooks. So there is a kitty nook in there. This is their favorite kitty nook, is right up here. This is where the 2 girls usually end up sleeping, is up there. They have a kitty nook down here. And then behind me on the other side, kitty nook, kitty nook. They also like this one. That's their second favorite. And little kitty nook. And it's just nice. It's been really super nice. So the cats keep everything, all the mice out of our storage, and I'm able to cook out here. And then in the mornings I can just come out, run my sweeper, wipe everything down, and I can make whatever I want to make out here again. I'm just super excited. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. This is part of my organization thing I've been doing. The next organization project that Shaggy and I have planned is for the Vagabond to become his tool shed again. So we're working on that, and we have some things in mind to do up there, and we'll be happy to share those with you when we get to that point. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you here. Much love and light. Leave your comments below of what kind of organization you do your organization in the fall? Do you do it in the spring? Do you do it just when it needs it? And what are some of your favorite projects that you've worked on lately? All right, guys, much love and light. Blessed be.